So, dear Dhamma practitioners, we're going to start our ongoing meditation session now. And be comfortable yourself and relax your body. So, keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. Gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound and follow the sound, please. While you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So bring your attention to your body and observe your posture and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line. And bring your chin a little bit down. Don't lift your head or chin. And hold your abdominal area a little bit inward. Don't drop your belly. And also a little bit tight your buttock. So always remember, when you practice the sitting, keep a connection with this your chin, your abdominal area, and your lower part of the body. You don't put too much effort, but you don't lose too much. And observe head to toes 3 times yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation, and also let observe the impermanence, unsatisfactory nature, and selflessness within any sensation arise in you. So, in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step. Following my words, mentally relax your body. When I mention the inside organs, if you don't know where it's located, so don't worry about it, just have a thought. Relax your head, relax your forehead, relax your eyebrows, relax your eyes, relax your ears, relax your nose, relax your upper lip, relax your lower lip, relax your chin, relax your whole base muscles. Relax your teeth, relax your tongue, relax your mouth, relax your throat, relax your neck, relax your shoulders, arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your whole back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs, relax your heart, relax your liver, relax your kidneys, relax your gallbladder, relax your pancreas, relax your small intestine, relax your large intestine, relax your all abdominal organs, Relax your butt. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. Bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation related to your inhalation, exhalation, please. And allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen itself. And when it happens, recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. Do nothing extra. Don't visualize, don't think about it. Don't try to make anything happen the way you want. Just allow it to happen, and when it happens, recognize. If your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again. Follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation knowingly. This is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. And also be aware for the length and the depth of the inhalation, exhalation. Also, you may experience some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just accept and recognize it. Keep your attention only to the sensation. Just see how the sensation arises, existing and disappearing moment by moment. So whatever the sensation or experience come to you, don't try to put a name on it. Don't visualize on it. Just see the change. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe, and also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Send it as a light as far as you can. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in one city, there was a homeless person sitting on a very old box, and he's begging and asking money whoever passing by. So then there was a person came and saw the box that person sitting is kind of very old antique box, wooden box, and with the lock, padlock lock. And this person asked from this homeless person, so what is inside this box? What you have inside this box? So this homeless person told, I don't know. Few years back when I came to this city, in that corner I found this box. And then I use it to sit. I feel so comfortable, and now here few years I use just to sit on it. So this person asked from this homeless person, have you ever thought what is inside this box? No, I didn't look. It is already locked. I didn't look even. So this person, this visitor gave some money. few money to his hand and told, just open this box and allow me to open this box. And what they did, both of them took a piece of rock. And because there were no any other tools, they took a piece of rock and start to hit and break that lock. So once the, the, the lock broken and they open it. So they found out lot of gold, gem, silver, and lot of money inside that box. So this story, and then coming from the very famous author Eckhart Tolle. So there's a book called Power of Now. So you can find this story in that book. So what is this trying to tell us? So our life is same like that. We sitting on some most valuable treasure and we never look into that. And we try to ask and depend from things, and we asking from people around us, and we depending from emotions, and we go with the desires, but we never recognized who we are and how much value our life and how many skills that you have to be complete in this very moment as a person just by yourself without depending from anybody. When we don't recognize that, we always depending from other things. So during this time period, especially when this pandemic situation came, in the beginning we got so panicked, disappointed. And people went through kind of like a hard time to get used to this new reality. And then little by little, you slowly start to get used to this. And now you find some comfort with this because you have no choice. But at the same time, if you look very carefully, deeply, before the pandemic or before this situation come, how you used to be depend from outside world, and now you start the same thing, you do the same thing inside, not the outside. You do the same thing inside you using different things and different ways. And that what is that? The same thing, dependency. You becoming like a debtor. You always look for things, go behind things, and without recognizing who you are. And when it comes to the mind, if you look very carefully, you have the most powerful tool within yourself. But the very nature of the mind, this is what you have to understand. The mostly from childhood to today, through many other practice, we come to an idea called control. Control your mind. Control yourself. So like that. So when the very nature of the mind, if you control the mind, if you hold it to the mind, if you push the mind too much, if you type the mind, you cannot find the freedom. But in the Buddha's teaching, it's totally different. So what the Buddha mentioned, try to understand the mind. Then try to learn and try to learn the behavior of the mind. The very reason, because there is no such a thing called mind. The entire process, the all continuation of your head to toes, each and every cell representing the mind. So then if you try to control the mind, that who going to control what? So look at this entire universe moving at the same time to same direction, and each and every dust interconnected and giving the strength to that movement. You cannot separate anything from the universe. So the same thing happening within yourself also. That when it comes to the mind, each and every part of your body providing necessary energy to maintain the mind. So as a result of this whole process, you experience your mind. So then if you try to control it, what's happening? You kind of like come to a certain kind of version. You start to develop a version inside you, and you caught up in that version. You cannot be free. So when it comes to the understanding and when it comes to the wisdom, the very main important place is you have to first find the freedom inside you. So once you start to control your thoughts, then you go to the control of your behavior, then you go into the control of your bodily, verbally, and mentally action, and you gain some result out of that comfort, that the control. Then what is happening naturally? You start to go, because now you're believing the control. You're going to control your husband, you're going to control your wife, you're going to control your children, you're going to control your parents, and you're going to control your brothers and sisters, you're going to control your neighbors, you're going to control your students or the co-workers, and you're going to control entire humanity. And then you come to an idea to control the nature even. That is what I mean. Rather than understanding the behavior and the pattern of things, people more into now controlling things. And it is becoming more and stronger. This behavior become more stronger. Now we used to have this all the gadgetics around us. Machines and technology, through this algorithm, we have idea controlling. So once you have that, even this keyboard have control button. So once you have this idea what is happening, you caught up, you build up a prison inside yourself, and you become the prisoner in that your own prison. So start to find the way to get out of this. How you can do that? The very first thing that you have to remember, your mind means result of this entire body. Your thinking process means that result of this entire body. So first understand that. Another thing is, your mind is not just the moment of experience. It has a past experience. So with that past experience, when the moment get connected, when the very next, this moment get connected, in that very moment, the recognition arises. So your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, this entire process came to you as a result of your past actions. We call it past karma. And now when you see something, it's When you see this pen, it's natural, you're going to recognize this as a pen, and you are going to recognize the shape, the color. So this recognition we call eye consciousness. And when you hear this bell sound, so the recognition, the bell sound, ear consciousness. Any smell, nose consciousness. Tongue, tongue consciousness. Any sensation, body consciousness. And any ideas come to us, mind consciousness. So this is the basic format when it comes to our life. So this happened already, because in this very moment you recognize this pen, and yourself, you experience this, not any kind of the merits or the any kind of action you have done in this moment, because you already have the eye. So you already have the ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, this all, and it's the past karmic result who you are today. So when you eat banana in this very moment, it's not going to become the body suddenly. It takes time. So then maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, after few days, it becomes your body. So in that moment, you experience as a body, so your past experience. So like that, whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you smell, whatever you taste, whatever you experience is happening in the very first level as a past experience. And the past, with the past experience, there is a connection. That's why we call it mental formations, sanskara. So what you have to understand, so in the very moment that what you see is real, because if this is not real, what the point of dharma? Why you have to practice this anything? If this anything is not real, the Buddha also not going to be real. This dharma also not going to be real. So we cannot go into that negation, nihilism. So what we see, we have to accept this as a world. So once you recognize this, so then what happened next? So this recognition in this itself, it called Vijnana Charya. Vijnana Charya. So eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, mind consciousness. This happens. And according to cause and effect, dependent origination. You have the form, you have the eye, and then these two things come together, the ear consciousness happen, eye consciousness happen. You have the ear, sound, there should be a sound, and when this come together, ear consciousness arise. So there's a cause and effect. So this experience happened to anyone. Billion years ago, whoever was in this human world, and even billion years after, whoever going to be as a human, we all going to experience this basic consciousness. So that is called Vijnana Charya. And then what happened? After you saw this, then your memory and yourself, you start to think about this pen. It can be different. See, that seeing part happening to everyone, and it is not a good or bad. It happened to anybody. And it is just the process of this nature. Seeing something is nothing wrong. Hear something is nothing wrong. But once you hear it, what is happening in that very moment, it disappear. Then even though you see it like the same thing you see, if you put any kind of any scanner or machine to your this eye area, and if you see this all the blood nerve system and everything, and moment by moment processing, changing, that's why constantly without breaking that you can see. In case that process break, what will happen to you? That whatever you recognize is going to stuck somewhere, and then you're not going to see something. And the ear the same, it have deeply this entire process, moment by moment, it like a flux, it's energy, it's changing. In case that stop, you're going to hear your eardrum like a hum. You're not going to see this sound. So this whole the process the same. And the nose the same, the smell again and again and again happening. And in case this entire process get disturbed, you're not going to get the smell. That's why even when this the virus, this COVID virus, when you get infected and it start to block this everything, then what happening? You're not going to get the smell. That's why I'd say, in case if you feel kind of like uncomfortable and the pain and the fever, and try to smell something. See, it's a process, this entire the system the same. So, and the other thing is, when you see something, if you don't hold by mind, if you don't mix it with your past and start to think, oh, there is something like this way, there is something like that way. So if you don't think like that, out of what you see, what you smell, what you taste, what you feel, whatever the thoughts came to your mind, out of that experience, if you don't keep thinking with the self-centered idea, or even with the permanent idea regarding the outside object, then what will happen? It called Ajnana Kriya. So the very first level, the natural process called Vijnana Kriya. And out of that process, if you start to build up thoughts, it called Ajnana Kriya. So this is what happening to us. That's why even the same experience happened to each and every person, they come with the different opinions. From where that opinions come? Out of their experience, thoughts. So why the same experience come to us, same thing happening to us, why that we come with the different experience? Why it happened that way? Because we try to think out of that experience. And that thinking process start to build something inside you which is not real. So listen this very carefully and be with me. So we experience the same thing. So when you see this pen, this everybody see the same thing. But out of seeing the same thing, we come with different ideas, because out of that experience, we mix with our thoughts. And because of that, we come with different ideas, and that create which is something not real. So in case if you recognize that what you saw is changed moment by moment, and the experiencer, you change by moment, it's not going to happen. But the thing is, whatever we see and whatever come to our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, why we mix it with the past experience? Because in our mind, we always have the thoughts, there is something. This is like that. This is like that. So like that, we always have ideas. So as example, you go out, and then when you come home, you have a picture already in your mind when you left the house. In that very moment, whatever the house you saw, that picture you hold. And then when you come back, you already have the idea regarding the house. And then when you try to see the house, the very first thing that what you see the house from outside and from your inside memory, you bring the house you left and you match it together. If it is look like same, it's not going to be same. But if it is look like same, then you're going to be okay. But the very nature of the house is not going to be like that. One day, and you, and even your body and your experience, and one day the house, maybe you will recognize it going to be different. If in case if you experience that difference, and then you get disappointed. So just that kind of solid experience, that solid thing sometimes to experience deeply different. How about a person? Because when you left the house, whoever your husband or the wife or the child, and you knew the person is like that. So every day when you come home, that you see in your mind the person you left, not the person already there. Because you depend on memory, and you always try to match the memory to your experience. And when you match it, if the person is little bit different and different behavior, then you ask, what's wrong? What's wrong with you today? See, you ask because you think it is wrong. Changing a person is wrong. So that's why you ask, what's wrong with you? And when you know the person should behave like this way and should do like this way, and you already have a pattern to know about the person, that he or she is like this, in case that person go out of that pattern, you ask, what is wrong with you? Are you okay? Everything all right? So you question like that. Why you question like that way? Because you not depending on the person, whoever you see in front, because you depending the person you hold in your mind. That is why all the struggle come. So first one, the first experience happened to anybody, and the second experience depend on person to person, because they mix with their past experience. And there is another one called Jnana Kriya. Jnana Kriya means when something happened, and as example, you left the house, husband or the wife or the child was okay, and you left the house, and when you come back, that person changed. So listen this very carefully. So now you see, and you saw the person change and behave in a different way, And at the same time, you come to a point to recognize that change. What happened to this person? And then at the same time, you recognizing this both patterns, that why the idea came to you like this way, because you compared your past experience to this moment. That is why you thought there is something wrong with this person. So you completely understand this process by yourself, even observing the you and recognizing the other person also. That is what called jnana kriya. So when you come to that point, you're not going to react according to what you see or whatever that the way you thought. You start to react according to necessary conditions. Otherwise, you're not going to be worried. You're not going to ask what is wrong, because you're recognizing that is the very nature. Always things change. So changing a person is natural, and you accepting it, and at the same time seeing that reason, the change, and you recognizing even within yourself why you saw it as a change, because you compared your past experience to that person. So within yourself, you also recognizing yourself, and you recognize your experience with the outside person also. This is what called jnana kriya. So when you are attaining to enlightenment, in this process of practice, you come to a point to recognize this mental behavior. This is not anybody doing. This is happen according to the necessary practice. So through the vipassana, little by little, you go into a place to see how this your mind behave like this way. So if you control the mind, you destroy this entire process. You cannot find this. To recognize this process, you have to have a very clear mind. So when it comes to the mind, remember, you have to be more open, like how the flowers open, how the fruits little by little become complete, how the tree grows, how the leaves open. When, as you know, when you plant a seed, in the very beginning, 1 or 2, 3 leaves come out. In case that 2 or 3 leaves didn't open to the 100%, to its maximum level, that tree not going to grow to the highest. See, that tree leaves should open to the 100% and giving the strength. And the next, it that openness giving the birth to the next tree leaves. So like that, when it come to mind, don't try to hold the mind. Don't try to control the mind. So, because when you're controlling, it always you develop egocentric idea, mind, and you always think there is something or somebody. And you go with it. Once it become a habit or pattern, once you addicted to it, knowingly or unknowingly, it come out of your life, and then you start to control others. And it's going to become a big problem when it comes to the families. Even children married and go somewhere far away. And In the long time ago, it is okay, you just left the house, then you going to be. But now, it's not like that. Every morning, every night, daytime, and calling, and asking. So like that way. So then remember, in the very first level, try to find the inner freedom. Don't afraid to be open. Just open without condition, without any limitation. Have the clear mind, keep the clarity, and keep openness. And observe and recognize with that clarity. And then you will see how this cause and effect happening in your mind. So in the very beginning, when it comes to Vijnana Kriya, so you recognize this everything is a natural process. It is not you seeing, it is not you hearing, it's happening. You cannot hear. It is a natural process that you experience it. And then you drop the memory and go with the memory, because it's going to happen. But you recognizing later, oh, I am comparing the memory, I am comparing the past. And when you have that wisdom inside you, and you get out of that all the boundaries, that is where you're going to completely be free from your past experience, mental formations, or the sanskar. That freedom is called your liberation. That freedom is called your ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ettavata cha ammi sampadang punya sampadang. Sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idam me punya kammanga savakkaya vang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchatu. Bless you.